Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines we have for you today. We got Anthony Welfare talking about trouble brewing outside of crypto. We got Visa and blockchain and Web3 solutions you're going to want it. XRP Ledger amendments. Ripple purchase a piece of BitStamp. What for, though? And we got Symbiont, Ripple, Swift, CBDC, Swift, the greatest financial paradigm shift in the history of mankind. Don't believe it, it's still true. They're going to tell you today, and you're going to hear it. And how about this? XRP and XLM being talked about at Swift Sibos event? Oh, this is getting good. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on Twitter and YouTube for exclusive content. Right now, $1.17 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is off by 1.7%. Good morning, everybody. 26,700 for Bitcoin. 1,800 plus for Ethereum right now. Tether market cap is 83 billion plus. 45 cents for XRP, and we're off by 1.2% in the 24-hour and up 2.5% on the 7-day, off from the 9% up we were yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not taken the opportunity to do it, you have no reason not to. There's a 3-day free trial, and you want to get into this group because I'm telling you, this community is some of the most critical thinking and supportive that you've ever seen in your life. I feel fortunate to be a part of this group. The markets are collapsing around us, and we all know that, and it's impossible to keep up with everything. This is the learning curve you've been looking for. Get the tools you need, whether it's an investor checklist, portfolio creation, groups, courses, private lessons, weekly live streams. This is the time where real wealth is made in a down market, and you want to organize yourself by getting in this group. You can click the link for the DPMG, Digital Perspective Mastermind group. Make the investment into yourself right now, and I'm telling you, you're going to be glad that you did. We are going to shut the door on this, so it is a limited time offer, 3-day free trial. Check it out. Anthony Welfare, and not to mention, we're doing a private weekly live stream tonight, 6 p.m. Get yourself in that group. Anthony Welfare tells us here, the VIX soared to near 50 from a similar level today. Seems to me the volatility event is coming up, and it's not likely to be the debt ceiling issue, but more likely what happens post-agreement. And then he asked for a response from the market sniper here. But I tell you something, how about that for a notion? Is that the trouble and volatility may come from the afterwards of what the agreement will be of the debt ceiling. Well, we have more information to look at. We spend so much time focusing, hyper-focused, laser-focused on the crypto space. We have to remember to keep our mind open to the entire economy and the global current conditions, because U.S. Treasury credit default swaps are the highest we've seen. NASDAQ call volume is the highest in 8 years. Bank deposits and M2 money supply are experiencing the most severe drop since 1929. And sudden reversals in these could trigger the greatest market correction in 90 years. Once you take a look at this, you can see, there's your chart right there, through the roof, right? Here you can see the spike here. Bank deposit peaks. Look at this. Gee, Manetti. M2 money stock. Look at this. Look at the push of this. And everything's showing down right here. Looking at the RSI. That looks like trouble right there. You know, we can't know for certain, but the truth of the matter is if you look at the update from 1929 to 2023, look at this. Would you take a look at it? Now let's switch over to here. And from 1929, 76.4. You know, this is, again, you know, we focus very heavily on crypto, but we need to pay attention to the entire economy of the world, because digital asset tokenization is where the world is going. And I do believe that there will be a catastrophic or black swan event or a huge correction, however you like to think of it, to the economy and certainly in the stock market. And what a time it would be to make that position and that change to get everything over to a new digital infrastructure. This has been going on for more than a decade to get this done. And I believe that a correction would be the perfect time to make that change. Remember, Swift says, and we're going to hear a lot from Swift today, Swift says that we're in a coexisting phase. Well, take a look at this. Visa, one of the world's largest payment platforms, is working to make strides in Web3. This is what we're talking about. And what do we know? Because I want to remind you right here that they're working, the Visa head of CBDC and protocols. Oh, Visa's head of CBDCs and protocols. So it's coming. Or they wouldn't have a head of CBDCs and protocols. And I remind you right here, remember Visa acquired Ripple partner Currency Cloud for $925 million, just shy of $1 billion. Visa's not playing around. They're going this direction. You don't put $925 million in a nothing burger. Here we see more efforts with the XRP Ledger, which I believe will play a huge role in this transition. The greatest financial paradigm shift in the history of mankind is on its way, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe the public and private XRP Ledger is going to have a huge hand in that. This from Crippen Writer here is a very brief summary of what will change on the XRP Ledger as a result of these amendments if passed. He breaks them down real quick with disallow incoming. And then it says here, fixed non-fungible tokens B1_2. Fixed trust lines to self, fixed universal number, immediate offer killed, XRP fees, and crypto condition suite. Very quickly, adds 4 additional settings to disallow incoming flags to the XRP Ledger to be granularly managed to permission specified on your account. It says it goes into that detail here. I'm not going to go into it. Several bugs across the board are going to be fixed here in this fixed non-fungible tokens section amendment. And then the fixed trust lines to self deletes exactly 2 XRP Ledger trust lines with very specific IDs that exist solely due to an old bug from 2013 and then does nothing else afterwards. It says here on the fixed universal number, simplifies and unifies specific math-related code to provide somewhat higher accuracy in exact calculations. It goes on to say here on the immediate offer killed, changes the so-called offer create XRP Ledger transactions so that when no funds were really moved while canceling the offer, the outcome should not be success but rather killed. And then here, XRP fees, it says transaction cost calculations will be simplified since fee units will be replaced with XRP drops, removing the requirement to convert the results of the fee units to XRP first when computing XRP fees. And then crypto condition suite, it says deprecate amendment with abandoned code that you should not vote for. And it says here in summary, very straightforward amendments that I don't see any problems with, and I anticipate them to be approved on the XRP Ledger in the foreseeable future. There you have that. So we will keep an eye out to see if all of those things pass, making the XRP Ledger even better than it is today. And this didn't get a lot of coverage, but you have to ask yourself what it really all means. In Q1 2023, Ripple purchased Pantera's share of BitStamp. Seen here in the advising company's earnings call from Galaxy, not much mentioned in the press, but if we go down here in 2014, Pantera invested $10 million in BitStamp out of the $12 million fund round. BitStamp is valued at 400, I guess he's saying million plus there, estimates vary. Trying to dig up more transaction detail here. He says the sale is not described as an acquisition, so why did Ripple do it? Wouldn't expect it's a pure financial play. For Liquidity Hub maybe? ODL maybe? What are the forward-looking intentions here? Also, BitStamp headquarters in London. So BitStamp is the number 7 crypto exchange by daily volume according to CoinMarketCap. Note they only support 3 fiat currencies, USD, Euro, and GBP. Now, or GBP, excuse me. So look, when I look at this, I think to myself, what is the play here? And I think when these 3 major currencies come up I start saying number 7 exchange, maybe it is for ODL and Liquidity Hub. We know that London, and it's headquartered in London, we know that London is a huge financial hub. So this is something to pay a lot more attention to than any of us have before. Shout out to Ratha Common for that heads up here. And then there's a reminder of this old article here, Symbiont, Ripple, Swift, and CBDCs. And yesterday we covered ACI, Ripple, and Swift, and CBDCs. I think you're getting the picture, and the picture is the greatest financial paradigm shift in the history of mankind is upon us. We are in a coexisting phase, the way Swift says it. And let's hear them talk about this great paradigm shift that's happening to DLT. Ladies and gentlemen, take a listen.
Hello and welcome to this session on the Swift platform, a foundation for future innovation. We are at a pivotal point in the journey of the paradigm shift, moving from individual message processing to end-to-end transaction management, which amongst other benefits is going to strengthen the foundation that is required to support instant and frictionless payments. Bring the transaction and place it really at the center, and bringing together common data, standards, and services. And we're really going to be able to build new services and bring everything together at the core in a new and exciting way. We're moving with great momentum today. Having finished our pilot testing, we've moved into community testing, and we're poised to start the live ramp-up at the end of March next year, and we're working hard on the roadmap for future.
End of March next year, live ramp up. Watch out for it. I'm excited. Bring it, because it's not that far away. March is early next year. Bring it on. Come on, 2024. And this is not all right here. XRP and XLM mentioned at Swift Sibos event. This is their Ripple Swell, Swift Sibos. That's what we're talking about. And they're talking about XRP and XLM in a very big way.
Takeaway is that increasingly FIs recognize that banking and payment systems have not kept up with the pace of advancements in the digital economy and in trading. E-com operates 24/7 cross-border relatively inexpensively. Trading, the front office is automated, there's low latency. Then you switch gears, banks operate still typically in terms of batch processing, store and forward, and payments, messaging, clearing, and settlement are often decoupled and can take days. This dichotomy is just unsustainable. And in response, we're seeing and hearing at Sibos how a number of FIs and FI-backed consortiums are harnessing blockchain, smart contracts, digital assets to align the performance of banking and payment systems with those of the digital economy. The second takeaway, I'd say, is that the Internet of Value is beginning to crystallize. And let me start with a framework. Let's think of the old industrial flywheels that take a lot of energy to make a half turn and a full turn. But once they start turning, there's momentum and it's hard to stop them. So let's overlay adoption of blockchain and digital assets. They've proven value. So part of the first turn, feasibility, certainly. And now we're seeing these use cases get into the bottom of that first turn, economic viability. And there's some exciting initiatives we heard about at Sibos around interbank payments.
And let's listen to this one, and you're going to love it.
Around interbank payments, delivery versus payments, for example, correspondent banking, messaging, cross-border, interbank, intrabank, intra-company, and importantly, when we get to the ESG, the S part, remittances. So lots of interesting energy there. And we're seeing cryptocurrencies like XRP, Stellar Lumens, and stablecoins like USDC playing an important role in getting that wheel to turn and deliver the Internet of Value.
You catching all of this?
So the introduction of central bank digital currencies will accelerate the mainstreaming of digital assets. I'd say my third, coming to the crown jewel here, cryptocurrencies are gaining legitimacy as a new asset class. When the Bitcoin paper first came out, it was going to be the missing link, the Internet of Value, a medium of exchange. But as we know, Bitcoin failed as a medium of exchange for legal activities. Then the pivot was to blockchain, distributed ledger technology as the new disruptor. Now we're seeing Bitcoin as in the lead as a new digital asset class, which has profound implications. It's been initially driven by retail investors. Now we're seeing institutional investors enter the game. And with institutional investors, you get more sophisticated demand. And that certainly is going to accelerate developments in decentralized finance.
And there you have that. That's the kind of talk that's going on at Swift's conference. Because in order to get from a place where they're doing instant messaging, like payments and messaging, and then to instant messaging and instant payments, you have to go to the next step. And you have to use digital assets to do it, which is instant settlement, instant moving and settlement of value. And that's going to take the participation, as Alenka Gerlish says, that is going to take the participation of the likes of XRP and XLM. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. This is getting good. I'll catch all of you on the next one.